And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a glorious late afternoon at the ballpark. Jackrabbits' first game of the season. They will be going up against the Loveland Power Alley. Game is an hour. And now the game is pop straight. Bounce right. Teddy. Huge hole on the right side. If Teddy can pump it through there. He does like to hit the ball right in the middle, and right now that's no good because that's where the second baseman is standing, holding the runner on. Chris, definitely a threat to steal on a 1-1 count. Not your traditional stripes. Power Alley with the red numbers. And Teddy with a shot through the left side. And that will bring Chris in. There's going to be a play at the feet. There, you better get down. He is in safely. Teddy out at second on the throw. Good heads-up base running by the Jackrabbits to plate their first run of the game. On an RBI single by Teddy, Chris scores from second, and we have one down with Gianni stepping in. So Teddy starting off the season well with a RBI single and RBI to start the game. Chris doing exactly what he wants to do as a leadoff hitter, which is get on and get over and then get in. Gianni now as the cleanup hitter has a chance to drive Teddy in from second. Teddy's got to be smart out there. We've already seen a good move from the pitcher out to second. No move. Pitch right down Broadway, 56 miles an hour and fouled out of play down the right field line for a first pitch strike. Gianni fresh off a basketball season. Missed a few practices so that he could lead his team to the middle school championship game. And swing at 53 in the dirt. Strike two. And we'll see if we get that curveball here. Pitcher does like it. No, he's going to give a fastball, 54 inside. Good stop by number 3. Not much of a space behind the catcher here until the backstop. So we're not going to see a lot of folks getting free bases on pass balls, but good job by the catcher to stop it there. And that ball is hit to the left side. Left fielder bobbles it. It's going to get around him. Teddy is going to score, and Gianni's going to get into second, sliding safely. So 2 runs for the Jackrabbits now on 2 singles to the left side, and the runners taking the extra base on the throw. So Gianni and Teddy switch spots. Gianni now at second, looking to score with Ricardo stepping in. You good, man? You good? Yeah. Okay. And the Jackrabbits now with a 2-0 lead. Ricardo hits that ball through right to the second baseman. He's going to run that over to the first baseman for a nice 4-3 put out. But we do get Gianni over at third. Oh, why is my picture in the picture not working there? Nuts, I'll have to fix that in the midterm. But trust me, Gianni's on third. I don't know why my picture in the picture is not showing. Yeah, it's not showing. So I'll go fix that in between innings. In steps Aaron. Aaron now with a runner only 90 feet away. Oh, and then we'll have a balk. Aaron called time. He was not given it. Gianni will score because the pitcher stopped his motion. It is a balk. It's a tough call in 20 there. Yeah. So 24 saw the motion to halftime. He actually honored the request, but the ump did not, and so as such we get a proper call of a balk. I think Aaron would like to have driven that ball in, driven Gianni in rather than have that come in. But nonetheless, we have nobody on now. 2 down, 3 across for the Jackrabbits here in the first, and Aaron with a 1-0 count. He's going to take a strike right at the letters. Drops in there at the end.
1-1.
And we have a 1-1 count here to Aaron. So 24 has a decent curveball. It comes in a little high, but it does have some good break on it. That 53-mile-an-hour fastball, though, is too high.
2 balls, 1 strike.
So when 24 learns to get his release point down, that curveball is definitely going to be something that folks are going to be on the lookout for. And we have a beautiful day here. It was would have been 65 at first pitch had we had first pitch at 3 o'clock. Instead, we had first pitch at 4 o'clock, and the sun is already starting to set. You can see those long shadows across the field there. I'm now in a shadow, and I'm going to have to put my sweatshirt on here, I think, at some point. We have 2 games back-to-back, 4 and, say, 6-ish. And he caught it, foul ball into the catcher's mitt for strike 3, third out of the inning. And Jackrabbits go down, but not before plating 3. At the top of the first, the Jackrabbits have a pretty good first start to the first game of the season, and they will now take the field with a 3-0 lead. I'm going to go fix my home plate camera here and be back in just a second. And I'm back, ladies and gentlemen. Ball's in. Let's go through who we've got in their defensive positions. You have Chris on the mound, starting the season as the ace, gets the first ball of the season. Behind the plate, we'll have Isai. Isai has spent so much time behind the plate that he actually could be confused for an old hutch that holds all the plates. You have Jabrell down at first. Out at second, it looks like we've got Ricardo. You're going to be surprised to hear this, but anchoring the left side is Jorge and Gianni on the hot corner. In the left, looks like I've got Mason. In center, I've got Jack. And in right, do I have Aaron, it looks like. So we've got, I think, 12 kids today, 9 in the field, therefore 3 on the bench. Number 10 in, waving a mighty stick. Chris's first pitch is 63 and high. A tailing fastball, had some glove side run. And next pitch, pops straight back, and that ball is unfortunately going to be amongst the crowd back here, but no one is damaged. It does bounce off an umbrella, but no harm, no foul, and a lot of excitement on the other field, so no one even saw it happen. You might even be able to pick up some of their excitement. And the next pitch was a hanging curveball. That ball's going to go straight to center. Jack's underneath it there on the left side of the screen, and he grabs it for the first out of the inning. So good swing by the leadoff hitter, number 10. Jack gets underneath it and secures that first out. Big first out for the Jackrabbits. And the first pitch, ooh, hits number 5 right in the middle of the back. What a manly just posture right there. He just took that thing right on the numbers. My hat's off to you, number 5. He earns his spot down on first base the very hard way. And if you're wondering, number 5, if you come back and watch that, my radar gun had it at 62 miles an hour. So you have a good story to tell when you go to school on Monday. And 64, strike right there to number 11. So with 1 down, a runner on. Chris starts off number 11 with a first pitch strike. Crucial effort by the pitchers this year to really differentiate themselves is who gets that first pitch strike. Beautiful 54 mile an hour. Looks like a slider. I think that's what it didn't have a lot of horizontal break, but a ton of vertical break. 11 watched it all the way from the knees, the shoulders to the knees. Chris now with the third pitch of the at-bat. He throws a fastball, a breaking ball, 58 outside. I'm saying it's a little bit too outside. Number 11 didn't go searching for it, which I think was the plan. And there it is, a pitch in the dirt. First base is occupied, so the batter will be out, and the runner doesn't go anywhere. So a beautiful curveball to get number 11 fishing. Did get away from Eastside, but doesn't matter because the first base is occupied. So 2 down. Runner at first. And Chris now will be first pitch. Is a hanging curveball again. His curveball is hanging a little bit today. Not getting any sort of vertical break. It does have a lot of horizontal break, but it just means it's breaking out over the plate, which for number 25 meant he got a lot of barrel on that. Thankfully, he was a little behind. And we'll see what the next pitch delivered is, but Chris doing a lot of breaking pitches here with the slider. And no throw over, just a false movement. Number 5 back safely. So Chris relying on a lot of breaking pitches here, which is fine. They're working for him. And with 2 down, the runner on first. That fastball is high, and there will be a play at second. And I don't know what our second baseman was doing there. He did not get in front of that pitch. They had him by a mile, but we didn't really have any idea who was catching the ball down there. So that's unfortunate. Runner advances to second on a pass ball. So Ricardo and so now that gets rid of the force play. The play will have to be at first here for the 3rd out of the inning when Chris delivers this pitch here. Beautiful. 62 mile an hour fastball outside the knees. Number 25, not much he could do with that. 1 ball, 2 strikes, says Blue. And so Chris loving that slider maybe right here. No, he brings a 62 mile an hour fastball to first. Down the middle. It's a ground ball to second, which is then thrown to first for the 3rd out of the inning. So 1 runner left on for Power Alley on that hit by pitch. But Chris gets out of the first inning unscathed, and good defense by center fielder Jack to make a put out, as well as Ricardo over to Jabrell at first for the 3rd out of the inning. With that, welcome to the Caba 14 AA 60-90 Fray Frenzy tournament. So that's right, we are playing 60 feet 6 inches from home to the pitching rubber and 90 feet down the bags. We are playing AA. Because we sort of ended the year in AA, that's where we started this year. Coach is hoping we can earn ourselves a promotion to AAA here very soon. But we got to prove ourselves, of course. I'm very excited to be back on the microphone. This is Mike on the microphone. And a big shout out to Adam, who's doing the scoreboard. So if you appreciate that, you can throw a comment in the team reach, or you can throw a comment here on the stream that you appreciate Adam doing the scoreboard, because that's really the key thing. I'm running the audio visual. And I do want to just sort of note that it is exciting to be back on the broadcast with you. We did 80 games last year, and I'm hoping we'll do as many this year. So we're not, most of our kids are in the 8th grade, so we just got one more year of this sort of ball before they all start heading off to that varsity ball. I would like to dedicate this game to Greg Sharp, former voice of the Nebraska Cornhuskers. He unfortunately passed away from cancer here not too long ago, but Greg was the voice that I listened to, listening to the Nebraska Huskers football and baseball. Just a real inspiration to get me to do this, to move from just putting the cameras up to talking. So if anyone happens to know Greg's family, just let them know that in faraway Denver, his memory lives on. His inspiration is why we have Jackrabbits broadcasting. So big thanks to him. Additional thanks to a gentleman by the name of Jason Hoffman. Jason Hoffman is my technical consultant. He does a lot of great videos on YouTube. If you're interested in doing live broadcasting, go find Jason Hoffman. He and I actually had a check-in here this week to make sure we were ready for the broadcast. He had lots of great pointers and advice. So huge thank you to Jason for his help. In steps Jack now. And Jack hits the first ball as a grounder right to the first baseman, who does fumble it, and Jack will run it out. So nothing like a good hustle to get you on base. So Coach will be pleased as punch about that. One of the things that Coach has asked the boys to do this year is to hustle. That's everything from running out routine ground balls like we saw there to running out onto the field, running off the field between every inning. In steps Mason. So heads up to Mason's dad, who I think may be tuning in from. That ball is a high strike, but we'll call that a strike. I believe Mason's dad's tuning in here from one of the Dakotas, so shout out to him and the rest of the Mason family who's tuning in. Jack with a huge lead at first. Does not go. That ball's in the dirt, gets away from the catcher, nothing the catcher could do. And Jack will be safe in at second. So we have a runner now at second, like we had in a lot of the first inning. And so now Mason just needs to get the ball through the infield, and Jack will certainly run crazy fast to get himself home. Oh, we have that good move by 24. He fooled Jack, but he also didn't have the support from the second baseman there, so Jack able to slide back in safely. Low and away, 52 mile an hour pitch there from number 24.
2 balls, 1 strike.
It is rather amazing, all the folks tuning in. I know we got some folks in Arizona, got some folks in the Dakotas. I believe there's even, that ball was supposed to be the curve, and it came out of the hand very, very high. 41 mile an hour ball, 3.
3-1.
So there's now a family tuning in from the ocean. Folks watching Wi-Fi on a ship tuning in. So I think the future's amazing. Mason with a swing and a miss at a 53 mile an hour pitch right there at the letters. He was thinking home run when he just needs to think contact here. We got a full count now with a runner at second. And Mason does hit that ball right behind the shortstop. It's going to drop. Jack is going to hold at second, or hold at third. The throw goes way up the line. And out at second, Mason goes on the throw. So another good heads-up play by the base runners to go. So great job out there by Coach Nick to get the runners on. So now we have second and third. I believe nobody down. Oh, no. Yeah, nobody down because Jack led off. And Joe steps in. Joe checking in with the man above, as he always does. Joe put on a ton of height and some bulk this off-season. And so as such, he used to lead off for us, but now he's kind of grown out of that role and really moving into a spot where he has the potential to really put some power into the ball. And so be down here later in the lineup when he can get up with some guys on like he does now. 2 runners in scoring position. Swing and a miss. And there's going to be a play at home on a overthrow to the pitcher. And then we've got the runner gets to third. So heads up play by Jack to go kind of steal a run there on a very simple overthrow getting aggressive. Those of you that know Jack will not be surprised at all. The Jack may be the most aggressive base runner on the team, even though he's not been blessed with the most speed on the team. So I have lost track of the count now. I apologize because of that. I believe it's a 1-0 count to Joe, or 1-1 count to Joe. That was a nice strike. That was that curveball that 24 has. Now it's a 1-1 count. Apologize. And the next pitch. 53, swing and a miss. Joe. And that is strike 3. Joe knew it. That's what it is. 2 down now. 2 down. Isai steps in. So a runner in scoring position, 1 run across, and 2. Wait, 2 down? Only 1 down. Yeah, 1 down. My bad. Oh, ump had 53 mile an hour pitch. 1 down. 1 down.
Yeah, that's 1 out.
So 1 strike to Isai with 1 down. Runner on first, a 1 run across for the Jackrabbits. 24 at the pause. That my radar again said that was 85 miles an hour. I don't think it was quite that quick. That was a fastball. Yeah. Fortunately, it was in the dirt for a ball, so it doesn't really matter how fast you throw. Oh, there's that curve again. Foul ball off to the back.
1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes now. And the next pitch. Isai hits that down to the first baseman. He goes right into his glove and make the out, but not before we get the good RBI from Mason, who does call that out to his teammate. So Isai with a very productive out there. 2 down now. And Jabrell will step in with the bases empty. 2 across for the Jackrabbits again here in the second, giving us a 5-0 lead so far. Jabrell swinging the Cat X. I don't know if that's his own or if that's Teddy's, but youngest on the team. And he's going to take it in the backside. I also believe might be either the number 1 or number 2 most hit by pitch on the team. And so he takes the hard-earned route to first, but he'll be glad to be there. And now we'll have Chris. So we have batted around here at the top in the Jackrabbits order. Jabrell with a decent-sized lead, 2 down. He's going to run on contact. And that ball's away. Great job by the catcher to stop that. If that goes all the way back, it's almost certainly going to be free base for Jabrell. Chris, he's also got a very dinged up Cat X. I shouldn't say dinged up. 52 in the dirt. And Chris goes fishing for strike 1. It's pine tarred up, I guess. It's not actually dinged up. Then we'll get a 1-1 count here, 2 down. Chris takes that pitch high for strike 2. That's it was in the nose region, the nasal cavity for strike 2. He's got to be swinging anything now. And swinging a ball in the dirt. And because there was the they got him at first on the make a drop third strike. We had Jabrell running, and as such, therefore first base was not occupied, as we'd seen earlier in the inning or in the game. But they were ready to throw down and get the out. So Jackrabbits plate 2, and they have batted around after 2. The trying to see who's coming out, if they're going to give Chris his stuff or what's going on. We've got. Well, let's see what the defensive setup here is. It does appear as though Chris and Jack are having a conversation about who's pitching, and I'm not sure where everybody's going now. So Chris does have his hat and glove and has picked up the ball. He will pitch the second inning. And we are back here in the bottom of the second. Chris has taken the mound. We have some defensive changes for us, so Isai continuing to be behind the plate, but Joe is now at first, Ricardo at second, Jorge at short, and Gianni at third like he was before. Teddy will be in left. It looks like I've got Mason in center and Aaron in right again. First pitch is popped straight up, 63 mile an hour. They could have caught it, but instead they let the ball go foul for strike one. So no one talked there. We didn't know who was going for the ball, which was unfortunate. That would have been out. And we just didn't talk there. Real unfortunate. Could have been an easy first pitch, first out, but as such, we just get the first pitch. Strike one to number 10. Woo! 51 mile an hour slider that's 2 inside. 1-1 count. Was number 10 the one who took it between the numbers last time?
No.
Okay.
That was 7.
Okay.
Oh, wait, no, 5.
5. Oh, beautiful. 58 the knees, right down the center of the plate.
1-2.
So Chris now with a nice pitcher's count. Ooh, he tries to uncork one. 64 and high. So again, the old adage, no one cares how fast ball 4 is. Got to get it over the plate. Don't want to waste any pitches. And next pitch is a ground ball through the left side. Nicely done. Picked up by Teddy, who retrieves it. And he's going to throw it into second base. Ricardo runs that back in. So nice swing by number 10 to pull that ball through the left side, excuse me. And number 24, so this is the pitcher. Pitcher steps in. So Chris now in the first bit of maybe trouble that he's had with leadoff single. Again, that inability to talk. Ooh, 64 and outside. But that inability to talk on that first swing, little pop-up between Chris and Isai. He's now come back to give the power alley a runner on first who... Ooh, 61 foul ball off to the right side. Chris and Isai got to talk. Chris and Isai got to talk. 61 on the, and that was inside again. So Chris really living on that inside third of the plate. Let's see if we get one of his breaking balls here. We do. Foul ball right off the ump's chest, and all right, ump being checked on. He's saying he's fine, so Isai will walk that out there just to give him a chance to breathe a little bit more. There.
I couldn't do it.
And we got a 2-2 count now. Isai going to step behind the plate. We got a little bit of a break there just to give the ump a chance to regain his composure after taking a foul ball off the chest. So here's a chance for Chris maybe to throw that slider and see if he can get 24 to go chase. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Crucial first out of the inning for the Jackrabbits on a high heater. So I was guessing slider and he threw high heat. Oh, in steps a lefty. It's our first lefty for Power Alley. And he's swinging my favorite bat of all time. It's this pencil bat. Look at it. It looks like a pencil. Giant number 2 yellow pencil. It's a phenomenal bat. And there's a chain shot right to Gianni. And we're going to throw to first, and we're going to overthrow to first. The ball actually goes off the fence. And Aaron, coming in from right field for the backup, going to walk the ball into the pitcher. Pretty uncommon for the right fielder to do that, but no harm, no foul. And so now we have 2 down on a nice catch by Gianni at third for the pop-up. And so we only got to see see that beautiful bat for one pitch. And in steps, it looks like number 4. And there is a curveball that is in the absolute dirt. And Isai shows him how he likes it. Say, how do you like it? I'll just spike it too, buddy. You spike it to me, I'll spike it to you. So thankfully Chris went and retrieved it. No, again, the runner still at first. Beautiful 62 on that inside corner, number 4. And we got a 1-1 count now. Chris is probably coming up on the total number of pitches he's been allowed. Coach is trying to keep everybody in the no more than 30 pitches for the day. Beautiful! Oh, beautiful curve. Looked like it was going to hit number 4 in the knees, then broke over that inside corner. So is Chris still playing that same lower, inside third, lower half of the strike zone. And there's the curveball for strike 3. And that ends the inning. Isai knew it. Everybody knew it there. What a beautiful pitch. So a fastball, a slider, and a curve for the 3 strikes there. If Chris can keep that up all season, he's going to be tough to hit. And he's going to earn himself a spot on his high school roster when he tries out next year. That was pretty impressive. And we'll see who comes out and takes the mound for Loveland. All right, so getting some questions about when do I think the next game will start. Likely that it will be start around 6 p.m. Mountain Time. It could start a little sooner, but the Jackrabbits would have to rip off a lot of runs. The run rule for Caba is 20 after 2, which we've already completed the second inning, so that didn't happen. 15 after 3, but the Jackrabbits have only played at 5 at this point, so they would really have to have a huge rally to finish the game up after this inning. And then it's 10 after 4. So the current pace, the Jackrabbits would have that, but obviously pace is nothing in baseball. There's no such thing. It's more momentum and rallies. So number 5 is the new pitcher for the Power Alley. Has a pretty straightforward pitch from the stretch. Does a little short arm, low fastball in the low 50s. And we'll have Jorge and then Teddy and then Gianni. So ball's in, coming down is the call. Yeah, but it's cheating. It's not live. All right, Jorge steps in. Way to see that first pitch from our new pitcher. And he just cranks it down the left field line. It left the bat at 101 miles an hour, according to my radar gun. So Jorge had a lot of power on that. Not sure where that's going, but it was down the left field line for quite some ways. And the next pitch is outside. So 1 ball, 1 strike to Jorge, who did strike out on looking at the first time up. Jorge takes that ball inside. Jorge did ask for time. He wasn't given it, and it doesn't matter. It ends up being a ball. Jorge does like his time to get ready. And foul ball off to the right. You saw it shake my camera there. Jorge showing a lot of emotion out there for he's generally not a very emotional kid, but looking really frustrated with him, either himself or something. But with a caught looking the first time up, and now a 2-2 count. And that ball is high. Going to pull the catcher up, and we'll get a full count. Jorge now should be looking for a pitch right down the middle, something he can do, something he can do something with. Oh, not. It's going to bounce, and he's going to take first, and they're going to have him run down there. He's not going anywhere, but now he's there. Oops, I've had that picture-to-picture up for a while. My bad. So Teddy steps in now. Teddy had a first inning single to the left side, RBI. And we got Teddy waiting on the ump waiting on Teddy. And now we're ready to go. Jorge does not go. That pitch is outside.
Let go, Teddy.
And he's going, strike. And there's a throw through. It's not going to be in time. So Teddy looking for a base hit, if he can get one, with Jorge out at second now. Jorge with a nice big lead. And Teddy with a shot into right field. The right fielder's covering his eyes. I don't think he can see it. That ball falls. There's no way you can see it. It was covered by the sun. And Jorge is going to stay at third. No, he's going to get through on a missed throw. So Teddy, a recipient there of a gift from Helios, the god of sun, because I think that poor right fielder could not see a thing. Ball drops in safely. Teddy at second, and Jorge scores. So Teddy with 2 for 2 with 2 RBIs. Gianni also had a single and an RBI last time he was up. Beautiful 51-mile-an-hour pitch at the letters on the outside third of the plate. Number 5 gets strike 1 to Gianni. Ooh, Gianni's going to take that one off his elbow, and that's a hit by pitch.
Hey, let's go, Ricardo.
I make fun of him for wearing the armor, but that one actually helped.
Let's go, Vicky.
And Ricardo steps in now. So Jackrabbits with first and second, and nobody down. There's a force at any of the infield bases. And that ball gets away from the catcher, and Teddy's going to skedaddle over to third with Gianni out at second. So some frustration on the face of the pitcher there because he spiked that ball, didn't give his catcher much of an opportunity to stop it. And now 2 runners in scoring position for Ricardo. And Ricardo puffed the one off to the right side, not a play. Thankfully. It would not be an infield fly situation as there is not a force right now at any base. Ricardo swings at a pitch down at his ankles, and he has a 1-2 count. So he's got to be more disciplined up there. Ricardo's a big free swinger, we know it, can really drive the ball far, holds the home run derby crown on the team, but doesn't necessarily have the plate discipline that he's going to need. And there we go, there's a shot down to the right side. Right fielder comes up with the ball. Teddy's going to score, however, and we're also going to have Gianni come in and score. Sort of not a lot of oomph there on the return of the ball back to the pitcher. So Gianni took the extra base. As such, that's a 2-run single for Ricardo. And Aaron steps in now with Ricardo out at first. Geese flying overhead. Sign that maybe summer is returning. And the runner's going. And Ricardo is in there safely. And the next pitch is going to be in behind Aaron. 55-mile-an-hour pitch. There was nice grab by the catcher. Kept that from getting away and kept Ricardo out at second. And that ball is going to be ball 4. So Aaron with the bright magenta bat, never got a chance to use it, and he'll take first base. So we got runners at first and second. Jack now will step in, swinging his own Cat X, Marucci Cat X. And last time he grounded to the first baseman, but the first baseman will be playing in a different position because he'll be holding the runner on. Not sure why the first baseman's holding the runner on. He can't go anywhere. And that ball is low and away. But it's convenient for us because that opens the hole on the right side more. And likely that Jack is going to he's going to pull the ball. And the pitcher steps off, fakes a throw to first. So I guess they do have a reason why they've got the first baseman. Nice stop by number 11. That ball was in the dirt. Number 11 put his whole body in front of it. Really doing a good job back there with what he's working with. Number 11 is showing the value of having a good receiver so that you can keep the runners on the bases that they're on. That ball is outside. 56, but not a competitive pitch, so Jack is going to have 3-0. You know the Jackrabbit rules about 3-0 counts. In fact, it is the closest thing we have to a law. Throw over to first. Not in time. Aaron kind of throwing his hands up there. He was not sure why he was getting a throwback. Again, with the runner on second, if you throw back to first and it gets away, the runner on second certainly goes to third. If not, and that was going to be ball 4. Everybody's going to take up another 90 feet of space to give us a bases loaded, and Mason steps in. Although we're going to have time because looks like the coach from Power Alley is going to come out and talk to number 5. And can't decide if we've made a decision here on changing out the pitcher. The pitcher appears to want to be done. He's ready to run off. There he is. He has had enough today. First outing of the season, a little rough on him. He's going to be responsible for all 3 runners on the plate, or on the bases, and we'll have a new pitcher here stepping in. So Mason will be eagle-eyed to see what kind of pitches we see and the relative speed we see as this guy warms up. We have a little confab over here. We've got Coach Hunter talking to his 3 base runners, telling them to be smart. And it looks like number 2 has been given the ball. And a 53 right over the plate is the first warm-up. That's a good way to start. So Jackrabbits with an 8-0 lead now. No outs in this inning, and Mason will be up with the bases loaded. Oh! And down goes the other game changer. There, but for the grace of God go I. That was a direct hit on the phone that is on the fence. Power Alley pitcher, or Power Alley parents, super parent apparently. She handles both the AV and the book, getting everybody set right back up. So if you're the proud parent of number 2 there, just know that that's why there was a slight interruption on the game changer for He's 11 years old? Wow. What's he doing playing 14U? Wow, that's great. So I'm a little. He's a sixth grader. All right, we got a sixth grader. So number 2 here is a sixth grader playing up a bunch, and so bravo to him. He can compete at this level. So Mason will step in. If you're a Mason family member from checking in, just know that he's got the bases loaded now. Nobody out. And the pitcher takes a step off to look back at the runner at second. It's the runner at third that matters. And that 52-mile-an-hour pitch gets fouled away for strike 1. So Mason's just got to time it up here. 52 is a little bit slower than we've been practicing. So he's going to have to just wait a little bit longer and then get that bat through the zone. A little short arm there for number 2. He's a pretty tall sixth grader, that's for sure. As a parent of a tall boy, my respect goes out to number 2's grown-ups who try to find him pants that fit in length and waist. Yeah, that is why he's in knickers, isn't it? There it is. Got the tall socks because that is the only way to make that happen. So third pitch of the at-bat is ball 2. I'm a fan of that look, by the way. I know it's out of fashion right now, but I think it looks great. And that'll be ball 3 outside.
3-1.
So Mason giving the full green light here. On a ground ball, everybody will be running. On a fly ball, everybody will be going halfway. That'll be ball 4. Mason wanted to swing but could not. That will bring in the 9th run of the game for the Jackrabbits as Ricardo touches home. Joe steps in now. Again, mentioned that Joe put on a lot of height and a bunch of bulk, and this is a perfect place for him to really hit the ball and hit it deep. This is what coach is thinking about, putting him here in the lineup at this spot. Oh, swing and a miss. A 50-mile-an-hour fastball. And the next pitch, it's going to be low and away. Where's my water bottle? I'm out of practice. I don't have my water bottle. I left it in the car. Nuts. Doing a little dry mouth here after talking for nearly an hour nonstop. The ball is high and away. So it is the 3rd inning here.
Go 2.
Hour of baseball has passed. And Joe is going to duck underneath that one. Number 11 not letting Aaron get too far down the line there. Gave him a little run him back. So 3-1. Joe now going to be looking for one right down the middle. He doesn't get it. It's going to be high for ball 4. So another run will come in. This will be Aaron touching the plate right about now. And everybody else has moved up 90 feet. Nobody down, and Isai will step in. I believe that will put Jabril in the on-deck circle, if I remember correctly. So Isai swinging the bright magenta bat. I made the reference of calling it pink during winter practice. It was not appreciated. So now you got to be careful. Who's out there at second? They got too far off second. Sun getting very, very low. You can see everybody on the right side of the field has their hat down. Joe's got his hand over his face. He can't see anything. Beautiful pitch there. 49, so number 2 did take something off the pitch there, but got the accuracy over, which he's got to focus on throwing strikes here, so I don't blame him. huge hole on the left side because the second base or shortstop decided to cover the second base bag to keep the runner on, and the third baseman's holding the runner on in third. So huge opportunity for Eastside through the left side. That'll be low, 49. That was a marginal call. It's one of those calls where you probably get if you're a pitcher and you're in and around the zone, but given that number 2 has struggled to put together consecutive strikes, Eastside gets the benefit of the doubt. And Eastside just corks that one down the right field line. The right fielder was playing him to Paul. He's going to score 1. He's going to score 2. And they're going to hold the runner at third. So it's double for Eastside. Scores 2. And Jabrell will step in. Again, nobody out. Runners at second and third. Great stroke from Eastside on that one. And Jabrell with the bat on his shoulder. He's going to hit that one to right field. The right fielder who can't see the ball is going to, unfortunately, there's going to get the ball again. There's 1 in, and there's 2 in. So back-to-back hits from Jackrabbits do clear the bases. Jackrabbits plate 4 runs over the last 2 at-bats. Chris now top of the order with a runner on first and nobody down. The number 2's pitches here a little elevated, allowing the Jackrabbits to then hit those balls into right field as line drives. First pitch is a ball to Chris.
Well, we moving. Let's go, Chris.
Jabrell with a good size lead over at first. That ball is away. Ooh, cat-like reflexes from the catcher there to stop that ball from getting the backstop. And Jabrell will have to retreat to first. And the next pitch is away. 3 balls, no strikes. Jabrell getting barked at a little bit about not getting picked off. So I think Coach a little worried about that big lead. And he's going to take that, Chris is going to take that ball for ball 4. In will step Jorge with runners at first and second. Jorge having a 1-for-2 day. Actually, I think he walked last time, if I remember correctly. And Jorge's going to duck for ball 1. And the next pitch. Sorry, I got ahead of myself, not quite. Next pitch is high, is going to get to the backstop. Everybody goes.
Ball 2.
So now that gets rid of the force play. Good thing for Jorge here. Runners at second and third. A single will score them both. Nice try to frame by number 11, but it was too far outside. Ump was looking it down. Jorge's showing bunt. Not actually going to bunt. Nice pitch. 48 right down the middle. Strike 1. The 3-1 count, still very much a hitter's count. Jorge will be looking for that same pitch again. Ball's up, and we'll have bases loaded. In will step Teddy. Teddy 2 for 2 with a couple of RBIs. Today has a chance to crack this game wide open.
Let's go, Teddy. Clear it up.
And the question will be, can Teddy do something with the pitch when it's over the plate? And he fouls the ball off. That was probably the pitch to hit, and he fouls it off down the left field side, way ahead of it. And bases loaded now. Still nobody out. And a 1 strike count to Teddy, who's now up in the box a little bit. See if he can get that pitch. He's going to take that ball high above the brim.
Ball, 1 strike.
And number 2 comes set. Teddy waving his Marucci Cat X. And he's going to take strike 2. Man, that was tough. That was right there. That's that high, almost chin music that the ump's giving. But he's giving it to everybody. And he is, as long as he's calling it for everybody, he can't really complain. And next pitch is on its way. And Teddy waits and waits and waits and then fouls it off.
Hey, let's go, Teddy. Put it in play, kid.
1, 2.
Hey, hit me a nice line drive, Teddy.
1 ball, 2 strikes now to Teddy. Teddy not used to having 2 strikes on him. He's the first ball fastball hitter. And there he hits a nice one right to the shortstop, however, who's going to throw it to second. And they're going to get the force at second. 1 run does score. So Teddy with a fielder's choice and an RBI. Good play by short and second to get the out. First out of the inning, Jackrabbits are able to go up 15-0. A key number there because according to Copper rules, that is the differential after 3 innings for a mercy and end of game. We're still a long way from that, and I don't want to count out Power Alley. They will get to bat in the bottom of this inning. So Teddy with a nice big lead. He's almost certainly going. He's going. There will be no throw. And Teddy will take second unopposed for the first stolen base of his season. This is Teddy's dad on the microphone, for those of you that haven't been around very long, so a little bit more aware of his stats than everybody else. Gianni now steps in with the second pitch. High.
Ball 2.
That's ball 2. Love to see Gianni get one.
Let's go, Macho Man.
Gianni has the ability to hit one over the fence here. Has done it previously. Would have to really turn on it, but could. And it's early in the season. Oh, off the catcher's mask on a ball that bounced its way up there.
3-0.
If I'm right. Catcher being real wall back there. Now, not afraid whatsoever to put his body on the line for pitches. Number 2 comes set. Gianni will take this pitch right down Colfax. But he was waiting. He was doing it all day because that is the rules of the Jackrabbits. And that was a nice 53-mile-an-hour fastball from number 2. Let's see if he can do it again. And Gianni will now have the full swing away if that does happen. And Gianni swings a 51-mile-an-hour pitch somewhere in the vicinity of Venus for strike 2. Gianni's got to be better than that. He's got to have the plate discipline to take that ball forward. Now it's a full count, really giving the pitcher a chance to come back here. And a foul ball down the left field line, scooped up by Coach Hunter.
Hey, let's go, Gianni.
So runners on second and third. Full count. And 1 down. Number 2 comes set. Didn't quite come set for the full second, but there you go. And there's a shot right to this left fielder. He's underneath it and he grabs it. We do get a tag from Chris, and Chris will touch home. So that is the 16th run for the Jackrabbits, second out of the inning, and a good RBI from Gianni there. Nice grab by the left fielder. Got underneath it and got the ball in. So Teddy now out at second, the lone base runner for the Jackrabbits. Ricardo, who I believe had a 2-run double last time he was up, is up. And beautiful 48-mile-an-hour pitch from number 2. Number 2 lacking a little consistency in his first outing of the season. Don't blame him. It's early. It is only March 1st. But when he's over the plate, he's over the plate. And that's a nice shot down the right field line. It is going to go to the right fielder who does cut it off. Ricardo held to first, but Teddy will score. So a nice RBI from Ricardo, going with the pitch away and nicely stroked.
Let's go, Aaron.
So Aaron now steps in with that magenta bat. I think I sort of mentioned that in the off-season practices I called it pink. The boys were less than fond of that description, so we'll go with magenta. You be the decider there on the screen. Ricardo is going, and the ball is not there in time. Ricardo in safely. Aaron walked on, I believe, 4 straight pitches last time he was up. So really looking for a pitch he can do something with. Really wants to show. He went on that tear last season. He was the best hitter on the team, and I think he'd like to recover that form early in this season. That ball gets away from number 2, and that's going to... Ricardo doing a little dancing out at second, trying to draw a throw. And there's a shot right to the first base. Oh, diving play by the first baseman. Excellent done. He stands up and steps on first. Well done, first baseman, for the 3rd out of the inning. But Jackrabbits plate a 17-0. So Jackrabbits, if they are able to get 3 outs here without giving up more than 3 runs, they will be able to finish the game. In which case, I did say be ready for a 6 o'clock time. That would obviously be moved forward. We shall see. Power Alley was victorious in their earlier game, and they could certainly score. So let's assume that that we are far from a done deal here. But the Jackrabbits, if they are able to get 3 outs without giving up more than 3 runs, they will be on the same field, and I think the other team is ready to go. So it is possible we could have a game, say, as early as 5:35, 5:40. And Jack's first pitch, warm-up pitch, is in the dirt. That's not where he wants it to be, but it doesn't matter because it's just a warm-up pitch. As of right now, Loveland Power Alley was victorious earlier. The results were to stand, and that's obviously not over yet. But if they were to stand, they would finish 1-1. And it does look like they would end up as the 3rd seed for tomorrow. Thunderstruck, our next opponent, also was victorious, and Thunderstruck. So the winner of the Jackrabbits Thunderstruck game would decide the 1st seed overall. So still plenty of baseball left here at the ballpark tonight in your beautiful state capital. Temperature rapidly dropping. So I'm, for one, not going to be sad if we can get these games through in a quick and timely manner. Again, shout out to those of you who are joining us from Arizona and I think South Dakota and the high seas. We are so happy to be here on Jackrabbits Broadcasting. This year we've got a few sponsors for the Jackrabbits, so I'll be giving them a shout out once I figure out where that information is. But we got multiple companies that have stepped up to help the Jackrabbits this year, defray the cost of being a travel ball club. We really appreciate that. Any event that you would like to get a shout out during a broadcast, as well as having some materials, your logo on printed materials and other things, website, please do let your Jackrabbits grown-up know that you're interested, and they'll put you in touch with Coach. I'm sure we'll get you taken care of. So as we go to the bottom of the 3rd here, we have Jack on the mound, Esai behind the plate, Joe at first, Ricardo at second, Jorge at short, Johnny at 3rd, Teddy in left. In center, it looks like we've got Mason, and in right, we've got Jabrell. Jack and Esai having a conversation about the signs. Jack's worked on quite a few pitches in the offseason. He's got a breaking ball, fastball, and a changeup. And I'm sure Esai was just trying to make sure they understood what pitch was coming. And there is a beautiful shot. Oh, right through Gianni's legs. Good stroke by number 2 there for the leadoff first pitch single. So again, like I said, Loveland won their first game, and they can put runs on the board. So we are far from fait accompli, folks. Jackrabbits have got to play good defense. Jack's got to pitch well. And we'll see if the runner on first with the lefty on the mound is chased at all, or if he's going to challenge him, because it does look like he's running. We got a bunt. And a beautiful bunt. I mean, textbook bunt. My goodness. And he'll be safe at first. Man, that was textbook. And Gianni was not crashing whatsoever on that. So that is, I mean, beautiful bunt. It died maybe 12 feet from home. But Gianni's got to be crashing on that. That can't be Jack coming off the mound and grabbing that and throwing that. So, 2 pitches, 2 hits. A single and a bunt single. Runner at second and first, nobody down. Number 44 with the bat off his shoulder now. Beautiful stop by Isai. Keeps the runners at their bases. And Jack comes set. Through first, they got him by a mile, but the runner does go to third, where they got a safe there. That was beautiful baseball. Beautiful baseball. So runner picked off from first. Runner does break from second to third on a very heads-up play, but 1 down. Crucial first out. Jackrabbits can't afford to trade a run for an out, but they certainly can. Getting that first out is crucial. So first pitch, number 44, is way up in the dirt, and then bounces way up the third base line. Thank goodness. Jack really hyped out there. I can tell you, Jack is absolutely hyped. I think Coach is going to come have a conversation with him about being maybe a little overly hyped. No, we're not having the conversation. We're just having infield. The infield's trying to figure out what they're doing. All right, really hard to get that third base shot right now just because of the shadows. All right, everybody's playing even with the bases, meaning that there could be a play at the plate, although probably what we're going to do is just have a play at first and concede the run. So Power Alley having no trouble getting the bat around on Jack. 2 balls, 1 strike. So Jack's going to have to take that deep breath, calm those nerves, calm that excitement, that emotion, and get these pitches over the plate.
3-1.
And that was a curve that didn't curve. 3-1. So Jack can ill afford to have the runner get on, or the batter get on for free. He's got to earn it. The pitch. No swing is the call, and the runner will take first. And now with runners at first and third, let's see if there's a throw over to first. Maybe there's not. There's a beautiful pitch on the outside corner for strike 1. The throw to first is not going to be in time. Number 44 is ready for it, and he will be safe. And the pitch is way behind the right-handed batter in the dirt. Great moves by 70 to keep from getting hit. But Jack is throwing way too hard here for what he needs to be doing. He just needs to be keeping it right over the plate. And foul ball, 62-mile-an-hour pitch there. And a 1 ball, 2 strike count now. So Jack, maybe the first time he's been in the driver's seat on any batter yet. And the runner at first with a pretty significant lead. Let's see if that's going to draw a throw over, and then maybe the runner from third come home. I think there might be a play on. Oh, there's a curve, and that ball is way outside, and we will concede second on that curveball that did not curve. 2-2. It's a pretty important pitch right here for Jack. He cannot afford to put a runner on. He needs to get this out with this pitch. And he's going to go from the windup now. Strike 3. 63. So that's 2 down now. Runners at second and third, and that was the pitch. So from the windup, let's all be real, Jack looks way more comfortable than he does from the stretch. So let's see if he can just drill a few more pitches in here too. Teddy playing very shallow in left. Not sure why he's so shallow. He's almost like a deep shortstop. And Ricardo now coming off the second base bag. Beautiful. It's like a 57-mile-an-hour something. It looked like it had a little bit of spin on it, a little bit of vertical drop. So a third out here would finish the game off. But there are 2 runners in scoring position. And ooh, beautiful swing. Again, that same 57-mile-an-hour pitch. No balls, 2 strikes. Number 5 clued in on Jack now. It is 15 after 3, but the runner, those 2 guys, 17. So the runner of the batter is number 5, or the batter is what matters.
Keep alive guy.
Yeah, the keep alive guy. So let's see what Jack does here. I'd be calling for a fastball. He's waiting a long time. And here finally comes the pitch. It is not a fastball. It's something in the dirt at 60 miles an hour. Maybe a change. It was really not a competitive pitch for number 5, so he took it. And the next pitch, both batter and pitcher staring each other down. Jack now finally on the rubber. Number 5 was in the box first. Jack getting a grip. So it's going to be some sort of curveball. And there's a ground ball, and it is foul. So Jack, if you come back and watch this, you obviously go for a specific grip when you get that called. So knew that 57-mile-an-hour curveball was coming because the way you went into your glove to get the grip. So don't give it away so early. I don't know if number 5's looks to be a pretty sophisticated hitter. He may have seen it coming as well. And next pitch. Gets through Isai's legs, but no harm, no foul as the runner at third stays. So Jack threw it. That was 60, and he made a oomph sound. So I don't know if that's as much as he could juice or if that was he was trying to do something. Ball kind of just came in on a plane and dropped. Isai had to go between his legs. So I'm not sure what we're calling here or what Jack's throwing versus what we're calling. But there does seem to be some mismatch. And a 2-2 count. And there's that same 64-mile-an-hour pitch. It's not making it all 60 feet 6 inches. Jack's having a hard time getting it all the way to the plate. I think if he gets it there, 64, it's going to be tough for number 5 to catch up with. But he's got to get it there. He's got to make it a competitive pitch. So the infield coming in, telling him to calm down. Coach Hunter offering multiple ideas from the bench about how to improve.
go, Jack.
Jack now on the rubber. Full count. Payoff pitch forthcoming. Beautiful, strike three. Right there. 63-mile-an-hour pitch right on the inside corner at the hips. And that will end the game. Ladies and gentlemen, congrats to the Power Rally for a well-fought game. But Jackrabbits came out and did exactly what they wanted to do, which was to put some runs on the board, get some good pitching. And with that, we will wrap up. Please make sure you like and subscribe. If you hit that notification bell, it will tell you when we go live. Otherwise, we will be back here probably in about 15 minutes. I'd say 5:40. So the boys made up a little bit of time here. And we'll hope the lights will come on because I believe sunset is about 6 p.m. So on behalf of Jackrabbits Radio, we appreciate, Jackrabbits Broadcasting and Liebres Radio, appreciate you tuning in. With the first game of the season, Jackrabbits are victorious 17-0 behind the great pitching of Chris and Jack and timely hitting from up and down the order. We'll be back here in about 20 minutes. Thank you, everybody, and see you soon.